Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Senate. I rise this morning to tell you about a new report that's out that has me concerned, and I think will have you concerned. It's a report on state tax policy as it affects low-income Americans, and in this case, low-income Iowans. Unfortunately, when you look at this comparison across the country, we do not fare very well. We actually are sixth highest in the country in taxing people of lower incomes, or essentially the working poor. We have some of the lowest thresholds for when we begin to collect taxes from working Iowans. $19,300 is when people start paying state income taxes. That level of income is 84% of the poverty line. Iowa we have a poverty rate of almost 12% here in Iowa. And we are one of 5 states in which the tax on poverty level incomes has increased faster than inflation since 1994. Iowa is one of 5 states in which the tax on poverty-level workers and their incomes has increased faster than inflation. So what we're doing is those wage earners have gotten some sort of wage increase, state government has absorbed it. We've taken it away from those families. And that concerns me as we see a growing poverty rate. This report comes at a good time, Mr. President, because, Mr. President, as you know and members of the Senate know, we're having a debate about commercial property taxes. We're having a debate about a number of components of the commercial property tax system. The phone companies have some interest in this. The apartment owners that own large apartment complexes have interest in this. Large out-of-state corporations are on board to get some benefits. And we don't seem to have much trouble with that, and I appreciate that. I'm supportive of doing something on commercial property taxes. Earlier this year, we wrote about $40 million in corporate subsidy checks to a whole bunch of Iowa corporations that don't pay any state income taxes. Seems a little odd to me that somebody making $19,300 is paying more state income taxes than a company that's located here that, you know, is going to make $2.5 billion in profit, right? They pay, somebody making 20 grand pays more than a Fortune 500 company, a number of Fortune 500 companies. And I'm told that we're pushing our cap on tax credits. We have a cap on a set of tax credits, $120 million. I got an email the other day saying, geez, we've almost spent all the $120 million. We may need to come back next year and get some more money so we can sprinkle some of the taxes paid by people making $19,300 on Fortune 500 companies that don't pay any state income taxes. A lot of interest in those programs. The Senate passed the Earned Income Tax Credit earlier this year, the nation's most effective anti-poverty program. Helps people that work. You got to have a job to get the benefit. We all believe in that. The households that get it, home to almost 40% of all our kids living in poverty. Kids, by the way, that have a hard time making it when they show up at kindergarten and 3rd grade and 4th grade, when they're hungry, don't have the supplies they need, don't have the supervision at night because their parents are working. You want to do something about education reform, the Senate knows this is a way to do it. So as we move towards the end of the session, and the conversation continues around how we're going to come together around commercial property tax relief, the Senate passed a very robust expansion to help these families, help these children, and I know that we're all going to be working to make sure that remains a part of any deal in the closing days of this session. Mr. President, we have work to do on this income tax system in our state that puts way too big a burden on people that work hard to make ends meet. week to week, the backbone of this state economy, frankly. These jobs are going to be filled by our neighbors, and we have work to do to make that a fair system. Mr. President, thank you.